What up, guys? Here I am oil pulling as I was in my previous morning skincare routine video, and I'm a little oily in my T-zone. I tend to wake up that way now that the weather is hot, so I do need to cleanse my skin, but first I'm going to wash my hands. Now that I've done that, I'm going to use either Bioderma, or other mornings I like to use a cream cleanser. This is the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. Today I'm going to use the Glossier because I am kind of greasy. I've just been trying this out. I don't love it. I find that I have to dampen my skin first to use it, as you see here. Otherwise, it sort of tugs at my skin. And I prefer a cream cleanser where I can just use it on dry skin without needing water and then add water later. Just a personal preference. But I'm going to use it because I bought it, and I'm just working that in. And then I'm going to take this microfiber washcloth. I have like 24 of these, and I'm just going to dampen that with warm water, kind of press it into my skin, and then use this to remove the cleanser. I find that this does a light amount of exfoliation, just having the washcloth, or the flannel as the Brits would call it, and I gently pass that over my skin. It may appear that I'm sort of tugging, but I'm really not. I'm being as gentle as I possibly can be. As you might be able to see, there's sort of one textured side and one smooth side of this cloth. Once I feel like I've gotten all of the cleanser off of my face and neck, I go ahead and leave the clean side up and hang it on my towel rack because I'll be using that again in the evening. Then I go in with my essence. I talked about this in a couple recent videos. This is just the Misha Intensive Moist First Treatment Essence, and I put a few drops of that in my palm and then press it gently all over my skin, neck, and chest. Ideally, I'm doing this fresh out of the shower, so I have a completely bare chest because I do this buck-ass naked, but I can't really do that in this video. And then, of course, I put some on my hands. And then I go in with my toner. This is the SK2 Clear Treatment Toner or something. I forget what it's called, but rather than waste that product by putting it on a cotton pad or a cotton ball, I just put that directly into my palms and press that in as well because it is very expensive, but I do like it, so I have been using that. This is my first full-size bottle after having a deluxe sample. Following the SK2 toner, I go in with my Drunk Elephant Vitamin C Serum. This is their daytime serum. I've talked about this plenty of times, so I'm not going to get too deep into this. I use about 1.5 pumps on my palm, and then I just do one swipe rather than rubbing my hands together vigorously, so that I just distribute the product across my palms rather than basically putting the product into my palms instead of on my face. That makes any sense whatsoever. You may notice that I pretty much always press my products in whenever I can rather than rubbing. I just try to press and then sort of pat rather than rubbing things in vigorously. Next, it's time for eye cream, which I still wonder if it might be a scam. I'm using a mix of two. This is the Clinique one you would have seen in my last morning skincare routine, mixed with the First Aid Beauty, which is a tinted eye cream. All of these products will be listed in the description box. I mix a little bit of those two together, and here you can see that it really does kind of brighten more than just doing nothing at all, thanks to adding that tinted First Aid Beauty eye cream. So that's why I like to use that on days where I'm going to work and I actually have to be somewhat presentable. Now it's time for sunscreen, which is probably the most important step. My Josie Maran one is upside down because the bottle is on its last legs. I love the Josie Maran for days where I'm not wearing makeup, but on this day that I filmed this, I was going to be wearing makeup, so I went with my other one, which is by First Aid Beauty. I don't like this one as much, but it's a drier formula, so it goes better under makeup for me and my oily skin. Because the formula is dry, I do like to add an oil to it. In this case, I'm using the Sunday Riley Juno oil. I am very generous with sunscreen. I generally like to use, depending on the formula, around a nickel-sized amount for my face, maybe sometimes as much as a quarter-sized amount, because I also get my neck and ears. And again, patting that in all over to make sure that there's product all over the skin that I anticipate will be exposed, and then smoothing it in until it is fully absorbed. I really like to work this sunscreen in because if you don't work it in thoroughly, it can leave a cast. And that is it. I'm ready for the day. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm going to tell you that now.